Colonel McKnight's long and dedicated military service has earned him many awards and decorations, some of which include the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star with Valor, and the Gold Star cluster on his jump wing for his combat jump in Panama, and his experience in Mogadishu was the subject of the movie Black Hawk Down.
We got a Black Hawk down, we got a Black Hawk down.
Get in that truck and drive.
I'm shot, Colonel.
Everybody's shot. We need the prisoners. Let's go.
They're shooting at us. They're shooting at us.
We'll shoot back. Let's go. Ah! Keep your foot on the gas. Keep your foot on the gas.
Danny, no one gets left behind.
You understand me, son?
Yes, General.
His final assignment was to serve as the Chief of Staff for the First Army before retiring on January 1st, 2002. Knight's vast military experience and his extensive education make him one of the most sought-after speakers. In addition to his experience in Somalia, he is a distinguished speaker on other subjects, such as leadership, management, team building, and homeland security.
Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. I would tell you, if you keep those 7 values in mind as you go through, it will be extraordinarily successful. You must be committed to what you're doing. And the commitment I'm talking about comes from one place and one place only, and it comes from right here. It's a special commitment that comes from the heart. It's not something you think about. It's something you feel and you believe. Aaron Weaver was Sergeant, 22-year-old Aaron Weaver, in Mogadishu, Somalia with me in 1993, leading Rangers in combat that day. He was one of my kids, and I promise you, once they're one of your kids, they always are. I remember like it was yesterday walking up to a young sergeant and grabbing him by the arm and saying, "Sergeant Weaver, I need you to take the lead. I'll bring up the rear." And Aaron Weaver looked at me and said, "Sir, I got it. Follow me," and turned around and walked off. And he led us back. And he went back out there and fought that night. And he was committed is the reason he did it. He was committed to what he did as a 22-year-old, and he wanted to keep doing it. And in 2004, he was still doing it when he paid the ultimate price for our freedoms and our way of life. Aaron Weaver is the example of commitment to me.
Bulletproof mind is mental preparation for combat. To be prepared to survive and endure in the face of a violent world and potential for violent attacks. I'm on the road almost 300 days a year, going on 14 years. I train all of the military spec ops. I train all of our federal agencies. I train cops in all 50 states. The Bulletproof Mind was created from a demand from military and law enforcement even before I retired from the Army. We interviewed military veterans. We interviewed law enforcement veterans. We realized the missing component was mental preparation for combat. We don't really care what brand of hardware you got in your hand. It's the software in your head and your heart that matters. If you have chosen to use deadly force to protect your loved ones and to protect others, then you need the Bulletproof Mind. You will walk away from the Bulletproof Mind with, number 1, an understanding of the magnitude of the threat. Number 2, you will understand that denial is destructive. It kills you once physically, twice psychologically. You will strip away denial and you will embrace preparation. And finally, the Bulletproof Mind will help you understand what happens after the smoke clears, to survive mentally and physically with the things that will happen to your mind and body after combat. In the Bulletproof Mind, we have a wide variety of case studies and examples that will make it come alive. We'll talk about what happened in the schools. We'll talk about individual warriors. We'll give you some of my own personal examples, and we'll give you examples from military and law enforcement that are absolutely astounding and inspirational examples. We are inspired by our forefathers, and we are inspired by fellow warriors, and we can learn from them. The Bulletproof Mind is intended for sheepdogs. There's the wolf, there's the sheep, the criminal, and the victim. And then there's the protector, the sheepdog. You must make the decision to be the sheepdog, to protect your loved ones, to take your part of the world, and make it as safe as humanly possible.